Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God has ever created.
Again, here's Curry for the record. It's good! Dort, a great defender at three. Curry sidestep, Curry drive, Curry flip, Curry good! With 2 tenths again!
When he get out his car, you better guard him right from the moment he pulls up to the arena.
We've never seen that before.
Deli almost died guarding Steph Curry.
He's the fucking problem. Steph is most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball.
Before the world knew Steph Curry as the unstoppable force he is today, one night changed everything. It was 2013, under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden, when a young guard put on a clinic no one saw coming. And by the end of the night, Stephen Curry was now the baby-faced assassin. Even the guy trying to stop him knew he was witnessing the birth of something special.
I'm now guarding Steph 94 feet, but I had just got back from injury, so they was like, Shump, you overgassing yourself. He gonna do you. That's how they was saying it. You on a minute restriction. He's gonna do you. Let Raymond handle this.
I'm willing to re-blow this wheel just to shut this motherfucker down.
I really felt like in my heart, like we are birthing an animal, bro. I really think of that moment. I'm like, bro, I think we ignited that confidence that came, because after that game, bro, he got very disrespectful.
Yeah, he took off.
He got disrespectful.
What
He
year was
started
that?
trying
Was that
shit.
that 12,
2012.
12, 13, right?
2012, 13, yep, that's it.
But what is it about Steph that makes him like this? Unstoppable? Why do even the best defenders look helpless against him? Well, you're about to find out from the NBA players and legends themselves. Let's kick things off with none other than LeBron James, someone who's had to go toe-to-toe with Steph more times than we can count. According to him, it's not the ball you need to worry about, it's Steph himself. LeBron breaks it down perfectly.
The ball is not the problem with Steph Curry.
He's
the fucking problem. Steph is most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball, which is not, it's not many guys all time in our league that's most dangerous without the ball. I'm telling them, listen guys, I've been in more than enough wars with those guys. More than enough, I understand it, so I get it. I come from a different point of view, POV. But when Steph decides to cut inside the lane, don't relax. He's coming back up.
Right. Yeah.
He's coming back up. But you have to have, that's reps and reps and reps and reps of actually guarding something that's uncomfortable. Guarding Steph is uncomfortable. And the problem with our guys in our league, they're not comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's why Steph and Golden State will always be relevant, because they play an uncomfortable style of play.
Do you hate that?
Then there's Austin Reeves, who had the pleasure of trying to guard Curry during the NBA playoffs. Reeves didn't hold back when talking about how brutal it was. He flat out called it hell, and for good reason.
Going head to head with Steph, what was that like?
It's honestly hell.
Be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, the way he moves without the ball is the worst part. Just
Hell
because
on Under Armour. Hell on Under Armour.
yeah, but just the way he moves without the ball, the weight. I mean, it's honestly their system too. It fits him to perfection. You know, you literally can't ever relax. And I remember game 1 and 2, chasing him and Clay around, and I couldn't make a shot. Everybody's looking at me like, why can't you make a shot? I'm like, I ain't got no legs. But yeah, no, his his approach to the game too is special. Just the way that he, sees the game and the way he goes about the game. It was a lot of fun to play them. Obviously happy we won.
Beat him too, yeah.
But nah, it's hell to guard him.
But let's hear from Dwayne Wade, another legend who knows exactly what makes Steph Curry so deadly.
Fear. You have a little fear, and not from like you're scared of a guy, but just not knowing what he's going to do. When a guy is coming up, and obviously he has an amazing handle, but when a guy can shoot from anywhere on the floor, when he shoots from going left and he shoots going right, and then when he gives the ball up, he's even more deadly with his cuts, with his screening, with his ability to come off screens. I mean, he's just impossible to guard. So when I watch this guy, I watch him shoot shots, Candace, that I'm like, no, that's not a good shot. And it's like, but for Steph, that is a perfect shot. And so what I love about Steph is obviously all the highlights we see for him coming down, shooting these 50-footers. But what I love about him is his ability to give the ball up the ability to play off the ball, his ability to pass the ball with both hands, and also his ability to go in there and, like we talked about, he's a great finisher. People don't give him credit because we see the half-court shots that he make, but he's a great finisher with both hands. He take contact well. So, I mean, this guy's phenomenal.
What makes Steph Curry truly unstoppable isn't just one thing. It's the entire package. His off-ball movement, his shooting range, his handles, and even his finishing ability. Now, Pippen has seen the best of the best in his time, but even he admits that what Curry does is one of a kind.
Do you think we'll ever see another Steph Curry, or that this is just a one-off?
I think this is truly a one-off, unless he can force his son to go for his records, because he's the only one that's going to have the DNA to be able to even think about trying to capture this. It's amazing. I mean, you look at how this kid shoots the ball from behind the three-point line. He shoots it like it's a layup. There's no restriction. He's been a game changer. I mean, you look at his threes attempts compared to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen probably is getting 3 to 5 a game, whereas Steph is probably getting 10 to 15 a game. So I don't see any players in the league that can really change this landscape unless him and Clay get on separate teams.
And that's exactly what he is, a game changer. It's not just about shooting deep threes. It's about changing the way basketball is played altogether. And then we have De'Aaron Fox, who had the misfortune of facing Curry in the playoffs. After game 1, Fox summed up what it's like to guard Steph.
Just how much is that who you have to be, and how exhausted are you after doing that on both ends of the court?
Did y'all see that clip of J.R. Smith, talking about Delhi? Did y'all see that clip? It's real. it's real.
And if you're wondering what he's talking about, he's referring to this.
I love Delhi to death, but Delhi almost died guarding Steph Curry. No, literally almost died. We have footage of this man in an ice tub, like literally to his neck, trying to guard this man.
You're not wrong, by the way. I actually randomly on my Twitter feed the other day, Dellavedova montage video popped up from the 15 finals.
Before finalizing and saying,
I didn't guard Steph the entire game, but like most of the first quarter, most of the fourth quarter, I guarded him. That clip is real.
Fox recognized something crucial. Curry's commitment to the game is what makes him unstoppable. But Fox wasn't alone in feeling that strain. Derek White, who tried to slow Curry down in the finals, described the experience as pure chaos.
I mean, it's just 48 minutes of where is Steph? Like, you got to know where he is at all times, and just trying to find him on the court, make his life difficult. And so it's just that mental strain of where is he on the court? I mean, obviously, the way their offense is and the way he impacts the offense, like, he has so much gravity that it kind of opens up other things for everybody else, too. So just find Steph. Is he coming off a screen? Does he have the ball? Does he not have the ball? It's constant of paranoia, I guess, for lack of a better word, of like trying to limit him and just trying to find a way to slow him down.
That's one of the best descriptions.
And that's the real beauty of Curry's game, his gravity. Even when he doesn't have the ball, he's pulling defenders in and creating space for everyone else. Elgin Baylor, an NBA legend in his own right, thought he had seen it all, but he had to take a step back when Steph Curry came along. Baylor said,
"A player I like to watch the most is LeBron James.
There you go.
Really. But also Curry from Golden State. I mean, that guy, you've seen it. I mean, it's impossible. I mean, somebody shoot like that. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Well, see, now you know how people felt about you.
Well,
this is good. We have the comp
really,
right there.
That guy it's unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, you watch Curry.
No, he's
isn't that something special? I mean, I don't care where he is. He just comes in, gets it, and just flicks it up there. I mean, and not but net. He doesn't know lucky bounces or nothing like that. I mean, it's amazing. I enjoy and the thing about it, he's a very unselfish player. And he gets the ball to his teammates too. He gets a lot of assists and everything else. I mean, it's just, I'd say freak of nature. I mean, I've never seen that. I'll never think you will ever see anybody shoot like that again. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just, way back behind the three-point line. And he just gets it and he just, I mean, God.
Then you've got Paul George, a guy who's gone head-to-head with Steph multiple times. Before one of their matchups, George thought he had a solid plan to contain Curry. But after Steph casually dropped 50 points on him, And George had to give credit where it's due.
I'm glad that you're talking about this.
I called this dude yesterday leading up to the game, right? And I'm like, I just got out the shower, like, you know, lotioning up. I'm like, yo, I got Steph. I'm about to lock him down.
This dude, I was like,
so he's like, he still don't get it. Like, oh, okay, you guys, who you guys? You got the Warriors. So I'm like, yeah. So he's like, who you guarding? I'm like, bro, I said I'm gonna lock down Steph. Like, I got Steph. Like, I'm locked in, right?
He was, he was not fake swagging. He was dead serious. And I kind of was like, all right, like, what's your game plan, like, in guarding him? Because when I watch the game, you know, you force guys to go left. You want to make them shoot off one dribble.
I ain't do none of that.
So Pete said something like, I'm just gonna have my hand up. I forgot what you said, but I
said I'm gonna force him in the layups.
Run him off the three.
He's gonna have to beat me every time. No threes. It went out one
there. He had 50 on you.
I was laughing the whole time watching.
What'd you say, Pete? Whack him,
bro. I couldn't stop none of it. I couldn't stop none of it.
I mean, to be fair though, I could tell that you were playing. Everyone was playing defense. The level of intensity was just.
It's just his shot making, bro.
Dude,
it's good defense. It's good defense on anybody else. It's just his shot making.
Play, and he practiced that way.
I hear he goes hard on practice. Like I hear his game, his practice shots is the game. Like he treats it like the game.
One crazy stat about Steph that I heard, I believe this is true. I think he deadlifts like 400 something.
Yeah,
like
that's why his range is crazy.
He's strong, like skinny strong. What? A lot of those guys, dude. I know, but that's probably why he's out there doing what he does. He's strong.
Yeah.
That's just like when we was talking about the football players that come here and strong.
The thing about Steph, it's not just talent. It's the dedication and the hours of practice that make him truly unstoppable. George thought he had the answers, but Steph showed him otherwise. And who better to explain what makes Curry a phenomenon than his own former Splash brother, Klay Thompson. Klay has been right by Steph's side through it all, witnessing firsthand the work ethic and love for the game that keep Curry at the top.
I think he can do it as long as he wants. Steph works so hard. He's in great shape, and he really just loves the game. He's extremely competitive, so I think Steph can do this until he's 40. I mean, his game is suited for it. He's not a power player. He's powerful, but he's obviously his game is based off more finesse, and he'll do it for as long as he wants.
And let's be honest, with a skill set like this, there's no expiration date in sight. Mikal Bridges, who faced off against Steph Curry many times during his stints with the Suns, has also experienced firsthand the nightmare that comes with trying to slow down the Golden State sharpshooter. And he put his experience in its purest form.
That's what I take away from him. But guarding that man, it's just like, that's like a 24 shot clock. Totally. Like you just got to be at all times, be prepared, because once you get off the ball, it makes him even more lethal.
Something you said that's interesting is how, he relaxes. I feel like that is so intentional by him.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Like he understands that it might be taken as though he's chilling in that moment.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Because you just throw it and cut. Yeah. And he just his little head wobble.
His body language.
Just cut through like, all right, like damn, they got me like I had the back cut layup, like they play good defense, cool. And like you like deny it, like at the rim, you like nobody threw it over. Then you like turn to go look because the ball's probably in the post. And you kind of like, whew. Then you just like look at the post, see what's about to happen. And you just look back to wherever he just came from. And he's supposed to be in a corner. He's supposed to be. But then you like look and his ass is like kind of in the slot in the wing. You're like, how the hell? And then like the ball's like getting skipped. You're just praying they'll go in because you look over at the bench and the coach is just staring at you like, bro. I'm like
totally.
Like, damn, my fault.
Yeah, it's like you can no nights off when you are facing it.
Curry is the purest form of unstoppable. His movement alone is enough to wreak havoc on any defense, forcing them into tough positions while trying to keep up. But what really sets Steph apart is something not everyone notices at first: his calmness. Even Kobe Bryant saw this. He wasn't just a fan of Steph, he saw what makes him truly deadly.
What do you think of when you watch Steph Curry?
I see a calmness about him. I see a calmness about him, and I think it's something that a lot of players don't understand. I think the fans, it's very hard for the fans to really understand what I'm saying, because most players don't get it. But there's a real there's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly, right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there. And when a player has the skills and has trained himself to have the skills to be able to shoot, dribble, left, right, etc., and then you mix that with this calmness and poise, then you have a serious, serious problem on your hands.
Kobe knew it, and anyone who's faced Curry knows it too. Take Pascal Siakam, for example, who had the unenviable task of trying to slow down Curry during the 2019 NBA Finals.
And obviously, I mean, when they had KD and like, you know, like and Clay and all that, it's like harder. And I think for us, it was like, oh, okay, like some of those guys going down. It was like, now it's like, yo, we just got to triple team Curry, like, and then like, yo, like at the end of the day, like, not saying the other guys are not good, but like, yo, I just don't want Curry to get 50. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? And the rest, like, we can fight. Like, we're gonna scrap, like, pass the ball to somebody. We running out there. We, you know, like, challenging. But I think for us, like, we thought we had a chance because...
I mean, even with their best efforts, Curry still found ways to bend the game to his will, forcing the defense to scramble just to keep up. And if there's anyone who's had a front row seat to Steph Curry's greatness, it's Steve Kerr. As the head coach of the Warriors, Kerr has seen Curry evolve from a talented shooter into a full-blown NBA icon. And when Kerr speaks about Curry, it's not just admiration, it's genuine appreciation for the legacy Curry has carved out in Golden State.
I thank my stars every day, literally every day. I mean, to the ability to coach Steph right from the beginning. It's the only reason I'm still here is because of the human being he is, not just the player and as talented as he is, but the tone that he sets for the whole group. It just makes my job so much easier. The stability that we have here over a decade, we wouldn't have that without Steph. So I'm lucky to coach him and lucky to watch him every day. He's been incredible in camp. He's 35. He's in the best shape of anybody on the team. I watched him in a scrimmage 2 days ago score like 15 straight points to bring his team back to have a shot at the buzzer, including a 4-point play. The guy's incredible. We're a week into training camp, and he's out there, 35 years old, just destroying everybody. He's amazing.
Kerr acknowledges that Steph's contributions go beyond the stat sheet. He's talking about leadership, relentless work ethic, and a skill set that is truly one of a kind. And with all this, just like Shaq, we're all left to wonder, is it time to start putting him as the best player of all time? Coming from a guy like Shaq, that says a lot. As Shaq put it,
I played 20 years, watched 20 years before that. I've never seen a guy like him, and he's doing it consistently, and he has championships.
You put him over Michael?
No, I'm not putting him anywhere. I'm saying,
okay,
you know, for all the chitter chatter, is it time to just put him in the conversation?
I think he's a.
I'm asking the fans, is it time to, you know, start putting him in the conversation as
I'm a
one
fan.
of the best players ever?
I'm going to put it as a fan.
Yes,
I think in terms of position, you could say, is he one of the best in his position that ever play?
Steph's ability to dominate the game, win multiple championships, and change the way basketball is played might just have earned him a spot in that conversation. Whether you agree or not, it's becoming harder to ignore the impact that Curry has had on the game. And when it comes to him, you're not just guarding a shooter. You're trying to stop an elite offense built around a player who's always 2 steps ahead.
As Curry does his magic, gets by Gobert and scores.
Steph is the definition of walking mismatch. No matter who you throw at him, he finds a way to break them down mentally and physically. And that's why he's an unstoppable nightmare.